Welcome to Flat Out Elected. My name is Rand Campbell. Truth. Well, what is the truth? Well, the truth, plain and simply, is the opposite of a lie. So if you're going to come to the truth, what you're going to do is you're going to take a look at what you believe to be true, but you're going to look at it from a lens that quite possibly you've been deceived. That quite possibly what you believe is a lie. And we're in a time right now where a lot of people are doing exactly that. They are taking a look at this world, at this system that we find ourselves in, and they're looking at it from a lens of research. They're looking at it from a lens of investigation. They're not just accepting what they see on TV, what they're told in classrooms, what they're made to believe. They're stepping outside of the enslaved mindset of indoctrination. Because realistically, everything you believe has never been questioned. You have never questioned it. You were handed an education in these classrooms your entire life. Your parents, everybody in your life, all the way down one side of the street and up the other. All of your family members, your friends, the guy at the corner store, the guy at the gas station, all of your teachers, everybody believes the same thing you believe. So therefore, they teach you these things, they tell you these things as though they're true. But none of them have ever actually stepped outside of this system and taken a good, hard look at what it is that they have been made to believe. They just believe it. To me, that is astounding. When you actually really think about that, it's bizarre. It's crazy. You just believe because somebody with a name tag of authority or somebody that you think would never lie to you has told you something. So therefore it must be true. And most people are, they're sharing the deceptions of this world, not even knowing that they've been lied to, not even knowing that they're sharing a deception. They don't know. So are they lying? Well, technically, they're relying. They're relying on a system that has lied to them. So therefore, if they believe a lie and they share that lie or indoctrinate somebody into that lie, even if they don't know it's a lie, they are re-lying. And that's a big part of the problem. Is that we want to trust and believe people. I mean, let's get real. In our hearts of hearts, we don't want to believe that our governments are deceiving us. We don't want to believe that. We don't want to believe that all of these people, the elite people of this world, the people with all the money and all the power and all the fame, are lying. They're deceiving us. We honestly, we don't want to believe that. And that's another part of the problem, because if you don't want somebody to be deceiving you, if you just want to believe somebody because in your heart you don't want to believe that they're deceiving you, you want to believe them, you've already submitted to the deception. You've already contracted yourself to being lied to. You've already opened that door. And that's 99.9% of the people in this world. That they accept being lied to because they don't want to believe that they can be deceived. They don't want to believe that there are people that are so powerful and so insidious that they would actually lie or deceive you or anybody else. But the truth is that yes, we live in a very deceived world. This world is designed on deception. That's exactly what it is. And I hear people say, "Oh no, but I've done the math and I've looked at this and I've look." They design the math. They cross their T's, dot their I's, according to the deception, in order for the deception to appear real, in order for the deception to be believable. But you don't understand that because you are wearing the deception, you are wearing the system. The system owns you, and you don't know anything outside of the system. So therefore, while you're in the system, you're never going to see it for what it is. It's not until you step outside of the system and look at the system from a completely different lens that you are able to actually see what I'm talking about. This world is greatly deceived. But you have to be able to be okay with being lied to. You have to accept that is a very, very strong possibility. And what I'm telling you is that you are being deceived. But you're never, ever, ever, ever going to be able to reconcile that until you're able to drop your self-pride, drop your ego, get out of the way of truth. Don't stand in between you and the truth. Don't just believe what you believe and have cognitive dissonance in that you get angry at the very thought of you being deceived. Drop all of that. Step outside of the system and take a good hard look at what it is that you believe. Because until you do that, you're always going to be deceived. And those of us that are in the truth, look, we've dropped our egos. We've dropped our pride. We've let go of the system, knowing that one of the greatest results that you're going to receive in coming to the truth is freedom. Your mind is going to be renewed. You are going to be free. You're going to be able to understand the world for what it really is. And it's frustrating. It's sometimes really, really hard to do that. It just is. It's just hard some days. Especially when, the people that you love and the people that you have respected in your life can't see what you see. They can't see the truth because they don't want to see it. They refuse to see it. They believe what they've been told. They've accepted it. They've contracted to it. And it's very difficult for them to be able to say, wait a second, possibly I've been deceived. Let me look. They can't. So instead, what they do is they resort to insult, mockery, the type of behavior that makes you dismissive, that makes what you're saying dismissive, because that's the only weapon they have to be able to bring to the battlefield in this battle that we find ourselves in between truth and deception. Because that's where we are. We are in a battle. Truth is standing its ground in these days. But the deceptions are so powerful. They're so well orchestrated and well designed because it enslaves you into a system, and that system has been etched into the minds of generations after generations after generations and after generations. How could have your Uncle Joe have been deceived? He was a smart man. He was great. Grandpa? You telling me Grandpa was deceived? You telling me my mother, my beautiful, beautiful mom, she's deceived? They can't have that. They can't. They can't allow that. They can't accept that. Let alone them. They certainly can't accept that they've been deceived. But how dare you suggest that my mother was deceived? How dare you suggest that my teachers, my beloved teacher, Betty Wilson, wonderful teacher, she was deceived? How dare you say that? We're being lied to on the news. We're being lied to by our politicians. You telling me that NASA is lying to us? We've got pictures. We've got videos. They can't get past that. They can't manage themselves outside of these deceptions. They can't do it. They can't walk out of these deceptions and take a look at the world for what it really is, because then it changes everything, and everything means everything to them. Their lives, their jobs, their cars, their relationships, their families, all of the materialistic gains, their dreams, their hopes of being whatever it is that they think they're going to be in the system. They can't have you destroy that. They want to be what they believe to be normal. You see, if you're in a system and everybody is in line in that system and everybody is participating in that system, it appears to be very normal, because that's what the system is. It provides for you what you would believe to be a life, which I believe to be an enslavement. But if you're in that system, anybody that steps out of it, you automatically assume are crazy. You want to insult and mock and ridicule them, because that's your best weapon. You don't have any other weapon, because you really have never ever looked for the facts or the proof or the evidence of what it is that you believe. You've never really looked at the world from a different lens. You've only ever looked at it from how you were told to look at it. And that's what you do. You look at this world the way you were told to look at this world. You agree to this world. You contract to this world in a way that it was presented to you, because that's what you call normal. It is normal for people to do this system the way it was taught to be done. If you come outside of the system, oh, you're crazy. If you say the government are nothing but deceivers and liars, oh, you're out of your mind. If you say NASA is telling us the truth, and I say they're not, oh, you call me crazy. But this is only because you've never looked. But those of us that have looked, we know. We didn't take a look and go, oh, wow, okay, I thought maybe there was something there, but no, I'm completely wrong. The world is exactly as they present it, and we're not being lied to. Nobody's deceived. It's okay, as you were. Let's keep going. Anybody that researches the truth never, ever concludes that. There is a reason why there are so many people waking up today. There's a reason for that. And the reason is because it's the truth. When you research this world, you're going to find out that there's no truth in this world. There's no truth in this system. There's no truth in this life, with the exception of Jesus. Jesus said, I am the truth and the life, and nobody gets to the Father but through me. Let me explain something to you. He is absolutely the truth, and yes, he was hated first. He was hated because he told the truth. And that's exactly what's happening here and now in this world. If you tell somebody the truth, they despise you. They're so comfortable with being in a deception. They're so comfortable with being lied to that you can't even begin to tell them the truth, because they get angry. They want to lash out, because it's part ego, it's part they don't believe they can be deceived, but it's also, how dare you not fall in line with everybody else? How dare you not be one of us? They want you as one of them. They want you to be one of the deceived. They can't have people step out of line and expose the system for what it is. They can't have that, because that system is all they have. It's all they know. And when you come to the truth, you come to an understanding that no, we've been lied to. The world is deceived. Exactly as the Bible says, the world is greatly deceived. That is an accurate statement. This world is absolutely and completely deceived. And you'll never, ever, ever, ever know that until you drop your ego, drop your pride, let go of your cognitive dissonance, quit getting angry when people try to tell you the truth, and actually take a look at it. Step outside of the system and take a very, very strong and a very long look through a lens of truth. Because if you are in the truth, if you are seeking the truth, I'm telling you, you will find it. But if you are comfortable and only want to be deceived because you love the rewards and benefits of being in a system that provides some rewards to keep you enslaved, then you'll always seek the rewards and never seek the truth. And that's exactly what you'll end up getting. You'll get the little rewards of being okay with being deceived. Now, I ask that God really, really, really opens your heart up and opens up your mind, that you would be able to take a look at this world for what it truly is. Stop being deceived. At least have the self-decency to take a look at what you believe and take a look at it from a different perspective. And if it's in your heart, don't get so angry. Come on, man. You don't have to get angry at people that are sharing you the truth. Because when you do that, it shows how powerful the truth is. How cutting the truth is. How dividing the truth is. That's why we're in a world that's greatly divided right now. The truth is here. And the truth is dividing this world. People are fighting people. People are fighting their loved ones. Families are being separated, destroyed. It's crazy in one sense and beautiful in another, because this has been a long time coming. But if you're in the truth, I know you feel surrounded. I know you feel hated. I know you feel alone, but you're not. If you're in the truth, you are in Christ, and you are never, ever, ever, ever alone. You have Christ, and you lean on him. You lean on him for your courage, for your strength, for your wisdom, for your forgiveness, for your love, for your peace, for your joy. Lean on him. This world is falling apart, and it's about time.
Is when you talking to the principalities and reminding the powers and telling them who you are and what's going to happen. That's when you get an attitude. We have access to God with boldness and confidence. We can go boldly to the throne of God. We can go confidently to him. But what does the devil do? He keeps bringing up your past. He keeps bringing up your failures. He keeps bringing up your shortcomings. I'm not going to God on the basis of my righteousness, not my righteousness. I'm going on the basis of his righteousness and who he is.